Greetings, brothers and sisters of the Creed. I'm Mr. Assassin, and wasn't that the coolest intro that you've ever seen? It's okay, I know if it wasn't the coolest intro you've ever seen.
But to get
So,
to Lil Sis,
today I'm bringing you Bioshock 2, and I'm going to be, when Bioshock 3, or Bioshock Infinite, actually does come out, which at this point we have no idea when it is, I'm going to be doing a review, and if you guys want it, I'll bring you Let's Play. I mean, I'm regardless of what you guys want, and either I'll do a review or I'll do a Let's Play. All depends on what you guys want and where I'm at with Borderlands and Dishonored. So Bioshock 2 takes place a really long time, I think it's 10 years in the future of Rapture. Rapture is a bigger shithole in the ocean than it was before. It's so bad that the buildings are actually collapsing on itself. Like, if you look out a window and look at the buildings, there are giant holes in them. So, like, there are problems with Rapture. Like, there's no engineers taking care of them or anything like that. As you know in the last one, spoiler, Ryan is dead. Fontaine is dead. The two main guys who wanted to control Rapture are dead. So there's been nobody for about 6 or 7 years. 3 years before the events of Bioshock 2, however, Sophia Lamb comes on the scene, and all these little sisters that have grown up, she has turned them into big sisters. And the big sisters have gone up to the surface and have been stealing girls, because no more girls are being reproduced because nobody's having sex in Rapture anymore. Bringing them down to Rapture and making little sisters again to collect Adam, and basically they will soon take over the surface and become a new Rapture on the surface.
But when she starts draining out the Atom,
so you don't play as a human anymore. You're not a regular guy. You are actually a big daddy. That's right, you play as a Big Daddy, and your name is Subject Delta, the first successful Big Daddy to be fused with the little sister. Apparently, Alpha, Beta, and the one before Delta, I don't know what it is, apparently they did get fused, but apparently they either died because they were really weak, or because there was something wrong with the experiments. So that's basically what it did, what's happened. So you're the first successful one. However, due to certain events, you were paired up with Sophia Lamb's daughter. She didn't like that. She kills you in a whole montage. That's the intro. And then you wake up 10 minutes later at a Vita chamber because the little sisters dragged your large corpse to a Vita chamber. So now your job is to get revenge, save your little sister, because you will actually die if you don't, and to save all the little sisters and basically just, you know, be a big daddy. And that's the coolest thing about this game, is that you are a big daddy. However, you are the first big daddy, so you're not a bouncer or a Rosie, so you're not just, you know, hindered to your drill or your rivet gun. You are actually, because you're first big daddy, you can have several different weapons, such as a 50 caliber machine gun that you see that I'm holding. It's freaking awesome. Now, being a big daddy, you are actually fairly powerful. I mean, there are times when it gets overwhelming when the Houdini splicers come up, but you do become a very powerful big daddy. I mean, when I first played through, there was a gene tonic where you couldn't use any weapons except the hacking tool and the drill. But your Eve got like much stronger, you can use a lot more Eve, and you got around them a lot longer, and your drill efficiency was a lot better. So there were good things and there were bad things. So it's basically up to your choice again. Now, a lot of things have changed. Number one, the splicers are a lot more gross. As you can see, they have tumors, and they're just the grossest things that's ever lived. They're still also really weak, and they still sound like Wanda and Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents for some reason.
Now you know the stakes, son. But a plasmid costs a bit more.
So one of the main differences that has come up is that because you're Big Daddy, there's a different way of collecting Adam. This time around, you collect Adam through little sisters. Because you're Big Daddy, you use them to get around. And you actually become the Big Daddy role. You protect your little sisters from splicers as you're harvesting Adam. And you go around doing that. You get two or three little sisters, you know, you get the Adam, and you go around. You get Adam from when they gather, and Adam from when you put them back in the tube. And it gives you the exact same choice. You can either harvest them or rescue them. And the thing was, with me, I'm just going to let you guys know, when you harvest one, the next little sister you find will actually be afraid of you. They will be so afraid of you. They'll actually, they'll say like, I'll be good, I promise, I won't do anything bad. And like when I saw it, I was like, no, 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 I'm really sorry, I'm so sorry. And I actually, I didn't harvest any little sisters after that. I was rescuing every one of them, but you're a big daddy, so it compensates for it. There's a lot of compensation of being a big daddy, and also, you know, all the other stuff that happens. Also, when I played this game, you get a lot more backstory into Rapture. In the first game, you got more backstory about yourself. In this game, you get more backstory of Rapture and the lore of Rapture and what's been going on. You get a lot of diaries like this one right here, about 1959 when the shit hit the ceiling and Fontaine or Atlas actually went in and started to kill everybody. And let's listen.
I wonder what the new year will... What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
And so like shit's hitting the ceiling, everyone's going crazy in this museum, which was a temple for Fontaine, you find out. Or not Fontaine, Atlas. So, is this a good game? I would say so. It's a great game. I loved it. I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than the Bioshock 2 or Bioshock 1. I don't know why I enjoy sequels a lot more than the originals. I enjoy sequels a lot more. That's not just for games, but for movies as well. I would say it's a 8 out of 10 because of the fact that you're a big daddy. That's like the big thing. Like it gave it 5 points right there. You're a big daddy. So it's already an average game. And then it adds plasmids to it. There's not just some plasmids. I shouldn't say that. The same plasmids are there, but they've added several plasmids to it. Some that are actually associated with the Big Daddy, some that you could have gotten in the first game, but they just didn't think about it. That gave another 2 points. And then the last point is, for the 8, is that it has a lot of mechanics. Like, you still are able to hack machines, you know, turrets, sentries, and vending machines, and get by fairly well. I'm not going to say it's a 9 or 10, a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, because there are a few things that I don't like. Number one, the fact that you're a nerfed Big Daddy. I'm sorry, but whenever like someone says that you're the biggest guy, that you had the most annoying thing you had to fight, that's what you play as. I'm like, yes, that's awesome. By the way, you're nerfed. Oh, what the crap is that all about? That'd be like playing Skyrim and like, listen, we added this DLC. You play the role as a dragon, but unfortunately, you're not gonna be a dragon, and all the like, if you get enough guards that you can die. I mean, really, like, what's the point of that? You're a dragon in this game. You're a big daddy. You should be able to go around and kick ass and take names, and you do for like the first 5 levels. But after that, like, you're starting to fight a lot more big daddies and other alpha series, like the big daddies that you are, but they've gone rogue and everything. Like, you fight more of those guys. So so there are a few complaints. Now there's no major complaints like frames per second or anything like that. There's like major complaints that kind of everyone had, like, going into this. They were like, "Ah, Big Daddy, sweet, I get to kick ass, like hardcore." Like, well, you really don't, and you don't have infinite drill like the other Big Daddies do, like the bouncers do. Which is another thing that got me, is like, I only have 300 points of fuel, and it goes out pretty quick unless you get the fuel efficiency power people, which, unless you're not using the drill at the time, which I did a lot, you're just going to be, you know, it's going to be a waste of a power to the people perk. So, that's my review for Bioshock 2. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the question. What was your favorite plasmid? in both Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, because you know they're taking the plasmid away. Spoiler, there won't be plasmids in Bioshock Infinite, there'll be tonics. And these tonics will have like an electric bulb will have like 5 shots in it, or like telepathy will have like 3 shots to it. Murder of Crows will have 1 shot in it. So that's how you get around. It's like drinking these tonics. So how do you guys see this? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? But the main question is, what was your favorite plasmid? Mine personally, it was probably the electric bolt, 3rd grade. As in the 3rd one that you can get, because that was badass. Like I would chain so many splicers, tactics all around. So, as always, brothers and sisters of the Creed, I'm Mr. Assassin, and until our paths meet again, safety and peace.